Alright, it's time to open some packs, everybody. This is the first and only set currently of Duel Masters Plays, the new mobile game released only in Japan, but we can still access it. So let's go ahead and open some packs, shall we? Open. This is gonna be exciting. Haven't played Duel Masters or Kaijudo in a very long time. Alright, cool. So you can just like, you know, take your finger, your mouse, or whatever you're playing this on, and just drag across. Also, Aqua Surfer. Shouts to Aqua Surfer. That's a good pull. So that's good. Aqua Surfer's in this game. Aqua Surfer is really, really strong. Just to give you a general idea of like what's in this first set, it's kind of like a lot of the old cards, like a lot of cards from like the first, you know, 12 sets, mostly like the first half of those 12 sets, but there's also some other like brand new cards, and as well as like a lot of later cards just kind of sprinkled in to kind of like balance it out and shake up the format a bit. There also have been some changes to some cards as well, so you'll see like, you know, a lot of this stuff didn't really change, like Aqua Surfer, Terror Pit, they're still like 6 mana and things like that, compared to like Kaijudo that, you know, kind of nerfed it by bumping it up to 7 mana. But there's some stuff that did carry over. For example, like Lost Soul in this game became Skull Shatter in Kaijudo. It went from 7 to 8 mana, and in this game it's also 8 mana, which is kind of interesting. So, you know, there's little changes like that. Also, this is a gold card, which is kind of cool. So wait, I can zoom in? Yeah. Search for creatures with a cost of 6 or more from your mana zone and return 1 to your hand. There's some better cards than this out there that do a similar effect, so... It is a Shield Blast, though. Or, sorry, I gotta get in the habit of doing Duel Masters terms now. Like, have to re-switch my brain back to Duel Masters. Alright. That's fun to do that. Hey, Gargon. Rikaboo Dismantler. So yeah, most of my target audience mostly came from Kaijudo, but there are some Duel Masters fans out there. I'm just gonna kind of try to, like, link up the two. This is basically Jet Throw Starter in Kaijudo, 3 mana, 1000, fast attack or speed attacker in Duel Masters. Yeah. Alright, and Bark of the Smasher, shouts to that. You got Poisonous Mushroom, Drifting Toadstool, Frog Zuka, or Revolver Fish, Rumblegate, or what was it in Kaijudo? Overcharge, I think? 4 mana, attack, everything can attack on top. Oh, okay, so this, when you see this pink card, I think that indicates when you get a super rare. So I'll be excited, I'll save that for last. Oh, shoutouts to Foil. It's not Chasm Entangler, this is very different in Duel Masters. I think this is like a 4 mana Blinder Beetle, basically. 4 mana, tap 1. Alright, let's go see what the super rare is. Oh, and we get this cool little animation, this is awesome. Oh, water. Aqua Sniper, let's go, or Water Spout Gargoyle in Kaijudo. This is actually an interesting one, because this one got buffed quite a bit. So you'll notice, first of all, 6,000 power, what? This card is a 3,000 power in both games, and not only that, since it reached 6,000 power, typically the golden rule is once you hit 6k, you get Double Breaker, so they just slapped on Double Breaker as well. So now this card is like, actually like, I mean, it was already kind of playable sometimes in some decks, just the way it was. It saw fringe play in Kaijudo. I don't know about Duel Masters, but in Kaijudo it saw like it splashes here and there. Now as a Double Breaker, it's honestly a pretty tempting choice. I still don't know if it would be #1's choice because Aqua Surfer is still a thing, but I think it's definitely something to consider. Another important thing to note, I guess it's kind of like a buff and also a nerf at the same time. Cards that bounce creatures back to the hand. In this game, you can only target your opponents. You can't target your own creatures to bounce back. So unfortunately, you can't do any tricky combos where you kind of like bounce, you know, enter the battle zone cards back to your hand, then replay them to get the effects again. So that's the unfortunate part, but it is what it is. I think it's understandable, and especially with a buff like this huge, I guess it kind of makes sense. Another like small ruling change they made as well is that everything that used to be a May effect is pretty much not a May effect anymore, except for bounce. Bounce is still a May because sometimes you don't want to bounce back like an enter battle zone creature that they have. But everything else that's like, you know, draw cards, destroy this creature or whatever, those are all mandatory now. Also, shouts to getting 2 super rares back to back. Also, look at this foil vanilla monster. So beautiful. Alright, let's go check out this super, shall we? What do we get? Ooh, fire. Is it Valborg? Is the Valborg I was speaking of? Oh my god, it is! Oh my god. Well, I guess I don't have to re-roll this account. 3 mana, 5,000, evolve on a human. Double breaker. And yeah, when it attacks, gain 1,000 for every other fire creature in the battle zone. Or in your battle zone, I think. Really, really crazy card. And there's plenty of humans to evolve off of as well. I think there's like at least 4 level 2 humans. So you can easily, consistently get this out turn 3 as long as you draw it. And a bait to go with it. So yeah, this is pretty exciting. So I got Aqua Surfer, I got this. That's pretty good. But alright, let's continue. So I'm going to open up these 23 packs. And I said earlier that you can re-roll. So like technically, you can like uninstall the game after you see you didn't pull very well. And you're just like, okay, let's just, you know, uninstall the game, reinstall the game. And the game doesn't really detect that you had the game in the first place or whatever. And you can just keep on trying until you get good pulls. I'm not like a huge believer in that unless you got like royally screwed and you get like 0 secret rares or super rares. But I already got some good cards. I think I'm probably going to stick with this, to be honest. Alright. Oh, Energy Stream. That's good. Draw 2 cards, of course. Foil Megabugs. I'm getting a lot of foil green cards for some reason. Oh, King Kale. So this is an example of a new card. I got 2 of them in the same pack. That's kind of funny. So this card is actually the exact same thing as Queen Rusalka in Kaijudo. 5 mana, 3,000 blocker. When it comes into play, bounce a creature back to the hand. So it's not that bad, honestly. Pretty good card. Alright, let's speed up through these rest of these packs. I just realized I've been recording for so long now. Oh, Mara Ooze, another Energy Stream. Nothing too crazy there. And pack number 10. Alright. Oh, here's another new card. It's new, but it's not really new as an effect or whatever. It's basically Skull Cutter, but it's a Rotworm. I believe translated this is like, I don't know, like Greed Worm or Greedy Worm or something like that. 3 mana, 1,000 Slayer. It's nice for the to be a Rotworm bait for the Rotworm evolutions in this game. Also shouts to I always call this Mana Storm, but I think it's called Ultimate Force in Duel Masters. Just 5 mana, ramp 2. Propel Immune's really cool. It's like this game's Grudge Weaver, but without blocker. 2 mana, 1,000. When it dies, you have to discard a card. What's kind of nice about discard in this game too is, for the most part, all the cards that you remember in Kaijudo that said that the opponent gets to choose, in this case they're random. So random discard is pretty powerful, and pretty much all the discard cards do that except for the ones where you can look at their hand and pick, which I don't even think that even is a thing in this game currently with the card pool. So yeah, the first 10 packs honestly really solid so far. I mean, I can't complain with these 2 right here. Even Aqua Sniper as well. Good stuff. Alright, so we still got more to go, so let's open up another 10, and then we got 3 more after this. Alright. Shouts to the soundtrack too. Like, honestly, like, this game is pretty polished. They got some pretty big names to make some of the music. I definitely recognize at least one of them. Oh, here's Many Titan Get. There's an example of a human. King Coral. Pretty much all those cards are the same. Oh, except for the Volcano guy, the Super Volcanic, I don't remember his name, Volcanodon, that guy. They change his text to not be powerful attack or power attacker. They change it to like when this battles. It gains 4,000 or something like that, which is kind of cool. It's a nice little buff. Sniper Mosquito. Alright, nothing too crazy there. Alright, I honestly don't remember what this does. I think it's like 1,000 for every card in your hand or something. I don't remember what the other text does. It's a rare though. Alright. Next. Ooh, shiny fairy thing. I believe this is a Mighty Shouter, but it's a shield trigger. That's pretty much all it is. But it's shiny. I think almost all of my shinies have been nature, which is kind of cool. Oh, shouts to Magmarex. Magmarex is pretty nice. So 5 mana, 3,000 shield trigger. When it comes into play, you destroy all 1,000 or less, which is really nice. This is kind of like this game's Drill Storm in a way. In Kaijudo, Drill Storm was a banish at 3,000 or less, and then banish all 1,000 or less that the enemy had. And he's 3,000 power, so you could effectively, like, he could actually trade with like a less than 3,000, and you'll still have a 3,000 body on the board. It's definitely a nice card that can be good in certain meta situations. Oh, shouts to this card. I didn't realize I pulled this. But this card is a Angel Command evolution. Kaijudo equivalent being Skyforce champion. So the ones that are usually like at least 4 to 5 mana minimum, and then they get pretty expensive. So you evolve one of those, and you get a shield for free as a double breaker. It's kind of like this game's Cobalt in a way. Cobalt evolved on Enforcers though. But yeah, there's some pretty good Angel commands in this game currently, as well as some other options. It's interesting for sure. I think that card's really good. Ooh, 2 foils in the same pack. Look at that. Oh, unfortunately, this is not called Kanina in this game. I think this has another name. I want to say it's like Toto Pipichi or something like that. I think that just gives like all your armor dragons speed attacker or something. Oh, there's another one here too. Oh, this is another 2-drop human right here. Choya. That came out in English, I'm pretty sure. It's like power attacker 1000. If it battles, like no battle happens or something. It just kind of cancels the battle. It's interesting. Okay. Still no super rares in these packs. Another Magma Rex. Oh, this is Saucer Head Shark. I think it's bounce. All 2000 or less back to the hand. Kind of like King Coral and Kaijudo, except that was, I think, level 4 or less. Don't remember. Ooh, very rare. Another 2 foil pack. Now we're getting some non-nature foils. That's kind of cool. Cool. Alright. Oh, this is a Vampire Sylphie. This is actually like a much worse Vile Malvictus from Kaijudo. Vile Malvictus, I think, was an 8 mana 6000 double breaker that gave all opponent's creatures minus 3000. This is like not even a double breaker, 4000, and then it banishes all 3000 or less or something. So it's quite a big step down from Vile Malvictus. And that card barely even saw play either. I don't know. It could maybe be splashed in, I guess, but I feel like if you want AoE, this is not where you want to be. Plenty of better options than like Fire, and I guess you could use like Holy Awe and Light as well, or even this. You know, there's a lot of better options for sure. Nothing too much here, honestly. Oh, super! I forgot to... Oh, Nature. What do we got? Ooh, yeah, this is a good card. Okay, I'm really happy with my pulls so far. I haven't pulled like a single super rare that I've been like, oh man, I don't want that super rare. Alright, so this is another card that came out a lot later in Duel Masters Japanese sets. I believe, I don't know the name. I want to say Titan Giant sounds like such a weird name, but I think that's what it's called. This is effectively this game's like super buffed Kivu Ingenious Shaman from Kaijudo. So Kivu was a 7 mana, was it 7,000? It was either 7,000 or 8,000 multi-civs, water nature, and then you would ramp one and draw one, or not draw one. You would ramp one and then take something from your mana zone and put it in your hand. This one is you ramp 2, and you take 2 cards from your mana zone. So you're effectively drawing 2, and you're picking 2 cards straight from your mana zone. It's a really nice card. It's also not even multi-civ too. There's no multi-civs at all yet in the game. It's just simply, you know, monocolor everything, which is gonna be nice because, I don't know, just, you know, keep things simple right now and then kind of change it up later. Yeah, this is a really strong card, honestly. Okay. Oh, wow, this card. Astro Comet Dragon, I think it's called. Alright, so 3 supers. I can't complain, honestly. I pretty much got, you know, pretty good pulls, honestly. I think on average, I'd probably get only 2 out of these 23 packs, so the fact that I already got 3, and they're all pretty good ones, too. Pretty happy with that. There's Blinder Beetle, Miel. This is like a Gloom Tomb with Shield Trigger. You mill the top 4 cards of your deck, then take 1 creature and put in your hand. Okay. Oh, this is a new card. This is a completely new card right here. This thing. It's just a 2 mana 1000 Cyberlord. Just as a reminder for people who played Kaijudo more than Duel Masters, Cyberlord is not as, I guess, like, supported as it is in Kaijudo. Like, they effectively turned Liquid people in Duel Masters to Cyberlords in Kaijudo. So in this game, Liquid people is like the main, like, you know, water race for evolutions and stuff like that. Whereas Cyberlords, it does kind of have like a few support cards. Like, it still has Illusionary Merfolk, which is a really powerful card in Duel Masters that was a 5 mana 4000. If you had a Cyberlord in play, you draw 3, which is like just a ton of advantage and a really good body as well. Unfortunately, a lot of the powerful Cyber Lords from Duel Masters, like Emerald and Kirill, are both not even in this game. They definitely balance a lot of things, which is interesting. So you kind of have to go out of your way to play some, you know, not as good Cyber Lords to make Merfolk work, which there are a few good cards. Also, this is interesting. I just noticed this now. There's a voice line button. Interesting. Okay, yeah, so that's a completely new card made for this game. Okay, let's open my last 3 packs and sign off for this video, I guess. I know I've been talking a lot, but I just, you know, I'm super excited to be playing this game again for the 3rd time, I guess. Ooh, this is another new card right here. Let's check it out. I can't remember what the name of this is, to be honest. I don't know. Either way, it's a 2-mana 1500 blocker shield trigger, which is okay. It's pretty good. Okay, nothing much there. Oh, Swampert. They actually buffed this card. Not by much, but they did reduce the mana cost by 1. It's a 6 mana 2000. Your opponent chooses 1 creature in the battle zone and banishes it. I think bring it down to 6. I don't know if this will see play yet, but like, it's not bad. I don't think it's that bad. It's like decent value. I'd say it's like more worth it at 6 than 7. It's like a fair card, I guess. Unfortunately, there's like no hexproof in the game yet, so there's not like a huge reason to play this yet. It is a worm though, and there are worm evos, so it's not the worst. Common Missile, 1 mana Common Missile. So in Kaijudo is a 2 mana destroy any blocker. In this game, it's a 1 mana 6,000 or less blocker. So cool stuff. All right, last pack. What do we get? Nada. Wow, 2 of the same card too. I got a lot of duplicate packs. So there you have it. That's all of my free packs, and I'm probably gonna keep this account. Like I said, I got some pretty good pulls. That was my first, or maybe, I don't even know if I'm gonna record anything and post it before this, but one of my first Duel Masters plays videos. Got some awesome pulls, and yeah, I might be doing some more videos on this game in the future. So take care, guys. Hope you enjoy.